Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. It's about 8:05 p.m. Central Time, my time, Monday, March 13th. The first day of legal tampering. The new league year starts Wednesday. And the first day of legal tampering, it has been a busy day. Now, like we pretty much predicted, on the first day of legal tampering, for sure, we weren't really gonna, do much. What we did do is restructure Michael Gallup's deal. Uh, that creates $7 more million in cap space. So we created 30. Missed with Zach Martin and Dak Prescott's contract. Now we missed with Michael Gallup's. That creates 37, and we still got Zeke Elliott and Tyron Smith to deal with. Both of those guys will save us money also. Now, the original 30 that we freed up, a lot of people, pretty much know about 10 of it is put away for the draft picks, the 9 picks that we have. So say 20. 20 that we could spend if we want to, plus 7 now, 27 million. And then whatever we do with Zeke and Tyron Smith. I believe Elliott has made his money. I don't think he wants to play anywhere else. Him and Dak are BFFs, just like Romo and Witten were. I think Zeke will take a very, small deal, like I said, to stay. And same with Ty Smith. Money's never been a big thing to him his whole career. He was the biggest, the contract that we got for Tyron Smith. His whole career was a steal for his caliber of player, for what we paid him, was not top tier. He just loves the game. So I believe he'll take a significant pay cut to stay on the team and most likely be our swing tackle. If not, there's 2 scenarios on the offensive line. Either Tyron Smith goes back to left tackle and we kick Tyler, the sophomore, to left guard, which is a great starting 5. You got the 2 Smiths on the left side, Dash, Martin and Steele. Or in the first round, if, like I say, Osiris Torrance or John Smits is there at pick 26, you grab one of those 2 guys to be your left guard, and our offensive line is practically rebuilt. Because besides Zach Martin, the oldest guys on the line is Terrence Steele and Dash at 25. And Dash is Terrence Steele's a restricted free agent. We have a second round tender on him. So if another team signs him and we don't match that offer and they take him, we get a second round pick. Why wouldn't you put a first round tender on Terrence Steele? He is that good, and it would only cost like $1.3 more million to do that. Put a first round tender on Terrence Steele. If you can get him for 5 years at $50 million, freaking do it. $10 million a year for a Eric Williams type right tackle that we haven't had since Mark Colombo back in like 07. Eric Williams, Mark Colombo, since the Super Bowl days, have been the only 2 superior right tackles that we've had. Terrence Steele is number 3. Lock him up long term. Lock him up long term. Tyler Smith, he's going to stay. And if we get that offensive lineman in the first round, our O-line's practically rebuilt. And Zach Martin, his body's not near as beat up as Ty Smith, even though they're about the same age. Ty Smith played 11, 12, 13. Only 3 more years than Zach Martin. And it's funny, maybe just because Ty Smith is so big, but Zach Martin plays in the trenches in the interior, and Ty Smith is on the island, yet his body is so much more beat up than Zach Martin is. Zach Martin's got a good 4 or 5 years left in him of superior play, just like Jason Kelsey, center for Philadelphia. Zach Martin is a perennial All-Pro right guard, the best right guard in the NFC, and will continue to be for the next 4 or 5 seasons. So we get that left guard in the first round. Offensive line ain't gonna worry about it no more, and let Ty Smith be the swing tackle. What better swing tackle, especially if you bring it back at a low price, low cap hit? What better swing tackle can you have than Tyron Smith? And then, God forbid, in January, if Tyler goes down and say Tyler's just killing it in his second year, well, you got the first ballot Hall of Famer Tyron Smith to step in at left tackle. Or if Terrence Steele, God forbid, misses time again, I think Tyron will be more apt and more prepared to play right tackle this season than he was last season. Last season, he was just rehabbing, continuously got back quicker than we all thought. Nobody thought he would ever play again last year. Everybody thought he was done, done for his career. And he comes back for the full month of December and offers to play right tackle. That's why he wasn't, too good at it, because, he just came back from injury, did the best he could. But I think he could be a great swing tackle this year. Last year, I said the NFC was wide open. And then Philadelphia, while Hurts is on his rookie deal, went out and bought everybody in the country. As did the Rams before them and Tampa Bay before them. Got them to the Super Bowl, but they didn't bring the ring home. In the first day of legal tampering, Philadelphia has lost 3 key defensive starters. Their top linebacker, T.J. Edwards, went to Chicago. Javon Hargrave, well, I thought they would re-sign for real. I thought if it was between him or Cox, Hargrave is a better tackle right now. And younger, that they would extend Hargrave. He's gone. He went to San Francisco. Which, if you're a Cowboy fan, it's good for the division. But then you're like, damn, even though San Fran's defense don't have D'Amico Ryans as their coordinator anymore, they just got Javon Hargrave to add to that defensive line. So you got Nick Bosa, Solomon Thomas, and Javon Hargrave. Those 3 guys on a 4-man line can get pressure with just rushing 4 guys. and God forbid San Fran get a good corner like Shaquille Griffin or James Bradbury. Because in their secondary, they really don't have any, big names like they do in the front 7 with Fred Warner and, the linebackers and the defensive line. They get a big name defensive back. San Fran is going to be one tough out, especially if Brock Purdy picks up where he left off. So Philly loses the top linebacker, T.J. Edwards, the top defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, and the top safety, Marcus Epps. Well, I don't know. I guess you could say Gardner Johnson was the better safety. But Epps goes to the Raiders, Edwards goes to the Bears, and Hargrave goes to San Fran. And that's just on the first day of legal tampering. We knew that Philly would lose a lot of the guys that they had last year. Now, they have given Darius Slay permission to look for a trade, even though he hasn't asked for permission. The reason why is because Darius Slay wants to be the top paid corner in the NFL. Philly doesn't want to give it to him. I think he's making like 16.5 right now. Top paid is, I think, Jair Alexander at 21.5 mil. He wants to get paid more than that. Bradbury's an unrestricted free agent. If the Cowboys are smart, they would grab Bradbury right now. If he played for Philly last year for like $7.5 million, signing for a 2-year deal, $20 million, $10 million a year. He's cornerback number 2 behind Diggs. Why not? If we brought Bradbury in, we would have the best trio of corners in the league. And the Ravens release defensive lineman Calais Campbell. Now I know he's old as dirt, and he said that he wants to get a ring, and Michael Parsons said come to Dallas. Now Calais Campbell has gotten 3 big contracts, one in Arizona, one in Jacksonville, one in Baltimore. He has made his money 10 times over. So money, I really don't believe money matters to him anymore. He wants to have a ring before he retires. And if you look at his stats were better than any of our defensive tackle stats were last year. Any of our interior defensive lineman stats. He had like 5.5 sacks, I think, 36 tackles, 18 solo. I am about 80% short. We will lock up Calais Campbell here in the first week or two at a very, very low discounted rate. And he's going to make a world of difference. Even if he only plays 20 plays a game, it's going to be 20 impact plays a game. He will be a gem in that rotation in the middle. Mark my words, I guarantee you Calais Campbell will be wearing a star in 2023. We were on the cusp last season, like I said, on the cusp with a draft and develop team. All we got to do is bring on a few missing pieces, and we're over that cusp. Philly is going to be still a good team next year. Well, next season, this year, they're not going to be a 14-3 team. I can tell you that right now. We will win the division 2023. We should have won it last season with our draft and develop team over Philly's super team. If we don't blow 2 big second half leads. That was the difference. That was the difference in the whole number 1 seed, whole deal. Or for the division at least. Now, for the number 1 seed also. If we don't blow it against Jacksonville and Green Bay, we get the number 1 seed. And that's where Elliott comes into play. If Elliott were playing against Green Bay, we don't lose to Green Bay because we were running the ball effectively all game. Fourth quarter, Tony Pollard was gas, had no more in the tank. That's where you insert Elliott, and he pounds that defense, pounds them, gets first downs, and gets us at least in the field goal range to where it's 31-28, and we don't go to overtime. Elliott is still an intricate part of this offense. Law Nation had a very good analogy about letting Elliott go. 2014, DeMarco Murray had a great year. 2015, they let him walk. Offensive line is so good. We had 2 running backs or 3 running backs. None of them very physical. But what was this guy's name? Hold on one second. 2015 Cowboys. Fact is, DeMarco Murray was a very, very good pass blocker as well as a running back. We let him go. We let him walk. And the running backs that we had, none of them could pass block very well. And in week 2, what happens? A blitzer comes through, and our running backs that year were, Joseph Randall. Joseph Randall was number 1 Lance Dunbar was number 2. And number 3, hey, Tyler Klutz, was fullback, but Joseph Randle and Lance Dunbar are both fast scat backs. DeMarco Murray protected Romo in 2014, 2013, 2012 really well. So we have 2 scat backs in 2015. Week 2, we're looking really well. We're looking great. But Joseph Randle cannot pick up Jordan Hicks, the blitzer from Philly, coming in, and Romo breaks his collarbone. Season's over. Like I said, first 13 games of the season that Zeke played, 4.2 yards a carry. The man was getting stuff done, and he kept Dak clean in the pocket. Him and Pollard are a great combination. And Zeke will have his cap hit lowered tremendously and be on this team come 2023. And we can even draft, this draft is full of running backs and defensive tackles, which is great because we could sign a Calais Campbell and around 2 or 3 snag a really good DT. And round 4, round 5, snag a running back that can be running back number 3 and can probably be in between Pollard and Zeke, not be a brute force back, not be a pure scat back, but be in the middle and have some pass blocking skills to be able to keep Dak upright. And if Pollard is out of gas and Zeke's on the sideline, that guy can come in and salt away the defense, especially if we get that left guard that we need. So, first day of legal tampering, a lot has happened. Philly is already bleeding. A lot of mock drafts that I'm looking at, I know they got 2 first-round picks. They got them drafted 2 corners, Joey Porter and Christian Gonzalez, I believe. The last mock draft that I saw. That's, kind of leaning towards them losing Bradbury or Slay or both. We shall see. But Hargrave is a big loss. So was TJ Edwards. Nakobe Dean was not, the big 3rd-round pick steal Nakobe Dean from Georgia because he was injured. He fell to the 3rd round. Eagles got him. All this, And I said Damone Clark in the 5th round from LSU was a bigger steal than Nakobe Dean in the 3rd round. Nakobe Dean last year was not trusted to play that much. As soon as Damone Clark was healthy, they inserted his ass right in the lineup, and that man came to play football. And in year 2, he's going to show you why he wore that number in LSU. I forgot exactly what the number is, but it's a number that very few people get to wear at LSU. I said Damone Clark did more with less in his college career than Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean was on the Georgia defense, surrounded by 1st-round talent, just surrounded by NFL players. All 4 of the defensive linemen were 1st-round draft picks. So if that defensive line is that good and the other 2 linebackers are 1st-round picks, of course it's going to make you look, better than you probably are. Damone Clark had 1 defensive guy go in the 1st round. Stingley to the Texans picked 3. Other than that, LSU had no 1st-round defensive players. So we'll see if Nakobe Dean can step it up this year for Philly, or if he is what I thought he was. It's going to be an exciting offseason. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones has something in mind. There's a reason why they restructured Michael Gallup's contract, pushed money into the future to save money for right now, to save another $7 million. he has a fascination with OBJ. I know Jerry Jones does. And he loves the big names. Like, the Deion Sanders, the Terrell Owens. The last big time free agent that he signed was Terrell Owens, 2006. Odell Beckham, if you can get him on a 1-year prove-it deal, incentive-based, where he can make up to $20 million, incentive-based though, where his base salary is $10 million, but with incentives. I say go for it. What you got to lose, man? Michael Gallup is coming off the second year of the tear. He should look like Michael Gallup of 2019, 2020. So, OBJ, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb. I like that. And maybe get a speedster in the draft. Or get, sign a Paris Campbell, who will be a free agent. Guy's got speed. He's a journeyman. The NFC was wide open last year. It's more wide open this year. Because Philadelphia is not fielding a super team. San Fran, it's going to be another 3-team race this season. It's going to be Cowboys, San Fran, and Philly. But this time, the Cowboys are going to be the lead dog, I believe. San Fran 2 and Philly in 3rd. Going into the season. If Brock Purdy plays the way he did last season, I don't believe Trey Lance will be the starter. I think Brock Purdy will beat the pants off of him in training camp. But that's just me touching on today's, first day of legal tampering on Wednesday. Whatever happened today will be official. And we'll see where we go from here. We got $30 million in cap space, $37 million in cap space, with more coming. And I always forget to say this. Please subscribe, like, and share, guys. My first goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I'm at 250 right now. 750 to go. My goal is to get there by the beginning of this season, 2023. I know we all love Law Nation show. His call-in line. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, DC Nation, my live show will be live, if you know what I mean. I'll have a call-in line too, and like once a month a Zoom-in line. So y'all can call in, agree with me, disagree with me, or we can just chop it up about the passion that we share. The blue and silver blood that we all collectively bleed. DC Nation, the star. So when Law's not entertaining you, I'll be entertaining you. And I promise you, you will be entertained. Press that red subscribe button. It is free. It costs you nothing, but it'll be a good investment. And if I can get there by the start of the 2023 season, it'll be on. And then my channel will grow exponentially once I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. First 1,000 seems to be the hardest. I'm at 250, quarter of the way there. Help me get 750 more, guys. Please subscribe, like, share the video with your friends. I know more about this team than most people know about their life. I'm 36, been watching them since I was 6. First game was Super Bowl 28. I've been watching them every season since 94. I can tell you the record of every season. Details of just about every season. Freak people out with this Rolodex I have in my head of this team. When you love something, you just absorb it like a sponge. Please subscribe, like, and share. Keep God first and foremost. He goes before everything, even this. Seek Him and His righteousness, and everything else will be put into place. I feel I need to say that at the end of every video. I'm a living testimony of that. Shoot, I'm going on, 24 minutes now? Try not to go that long. Y'all have a good week. It's going to be an exciting week. All season finally starting. And we're going to make some key moves to get over that hump. Jerry smells the blood in the water. He knows how close we were. And he knows how last year's team looked just like 91's team. And y'all know what happened the year after 91. Alright, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll probably cut a video Wednesday, Thursday. There's going to be a lot happening. Until then, y'all keep it calm, cool. Please subscribe, like, and share. I cannot iterate that enough. Every subscriber counts, guys. Get me to 1,000, and I will repay you tenfold. I guarantee you that. All right, guys. Be safe, and Charles in Charge is out.